beautiful and amazing crafters. Today I'm going to show you how I made this adorable shirt using the Speedball paint screening kit. So I used the Speedball screen, a piece of cardboard, the screen ball paint set, color of my choice, some vinyl, some transfer tape, the squeegee that came with the kit, and a little container to put it in, some painter's tape, my Cricut scraper tool, and my design. Now, before I get started, the key thing to this project is to make sure you have your design size to your screen. Because if you make it too big, it won't fit. This particular screen was a 10-inch, and I'll have all the items I used in the description box below. So with knowing the measurements of the screen is how I created my design and measured it in Cricut Design Space, and then I cut it out accordingly. So I created my design in Cricut Design Space, and when I sent it to cut, I reversed or mirrored my design, so that way I can treat this as a stencil. I use Oracle permanent vinyl for this stencil effect. So I made sure to create my design to fit my print screen, and I mirrored my design and left it in the middle of the mat so there's be vinyl around my design. And the way I think about it is that I'm going to weed away the part of the design that I normally would keep so I could create a stencil effect with the vinyl, because I'm going to put this design on the back of my screen when I get ready to screen print. I'm making sure to leave all the little pieces in the letters, and I'm going to use my Cricut transfer tape to transfer this on the design onto the transfer paper. And with this process, I just took my time. In the Oracle vinyl, it just peeled away like butter. It made this part so easy. So as you could see, the part that my hand is touching is the sticky part of the vinyl that I'm going to adhere to the screen. So I placed the design on the back of the screen, taking my time to make sure there was no gaps or spaces. So I took my time and removed the transfer tape, making sure I kept all the little pieces in my design. I took my time and smoothed out the back, making sure I have little to no air bubbles and that there's really no gap or spaces in between each letter to keep from any bleeding from happening. I noticed that I have a little bit of residue from my last design. I hope that doesn't interfere with this. It should not. And now I'm just going to just gently scrape the front of the design with my scraper tool. And then I'm going to use some painter's tape to tape around the design and block this off to keep from any paint adhering or getting onto my t-shirt. And when I created my design in Cricut Design Space, I made sure to leave some space and put the design in the middle of my mat. So that way when I was getting ready to adhere it to the screen, it wasn't right on the edge and I had room to apply the painter's tape around my design, which is going to come in handy when I get ready to place the paint on top of the design. And I didn't go all the way down the screen because I know once I place the screen print on my t-shirt, I'm going to stop about here, but I just wanted to give myself a little extra room. Now the fun part is choosing what color you want to use for your screen printing. As you can see, I have the kit here that I purchased from Amazon. I will have the link in the description box below. I'll have the link for everything that's in the video in the description box below. I decided to go with this brown color. So I'm going to get the shirt, adhere it, and get ready to apply the paint. And you want to make sure to place a piece of cardboard inside the shirt to keep any of the ink from seeping through. I'm going to place a generous amount of the screen printing paint right on the top of the screen so I can then use my squeegee at an angle and bring the paint down the design. You want to be at an angle as much as possible, not straight up and down. I've seen some people do just one generous amount in one stroke. I've seen people do one stroke in several directions. It's just going to be up to you and how your outcome is going to be. Now I'm going to pull the screen away from the shirt and just holding the shirt down as I pull. Now right here, I knew I messed up. I was staring at my design for a second like, what did I do wrong? And that's why I'm going to keep practice till I get better. And I don't know why I put that screen back down. I'm gonna go remove the excess and wash the screen in cool water. Now, even though the shirt was a fail, I went ahead and cured it and finished the process of pressing it. But I went ahead and did this all over again, printed out a new design, made sure to leave spacing around the corners so the screen print had, I had room to apply the screen paint. Got another shirt. I started it from scratch. I went ahead and went with the red screen paint. This one was a little bit thicker than the brown. And did it all over again, spread it across the top of the design. And this time I did ask for assistance. I had my daughter come in and hold the screen down as I use the squeegee to spread the screen paint across the design. And when you're new at something, you're bound to make mistakes. Sometimes you get it right at the first try. Sometimes you have to keep trying until you get it right. Um, Screen printing is fun. It wouldn't be my go-to, but it was fun to do, and I definitely have the supplies. I'll continue to do more projects with screen printing. And I went over a few times and a few passes with the paint, with my daughter holding that screen down very taut to the shirt. So I scraped back that excess paint into the container, washed all the supplies, and I felt really confident this time that it was going to come out better. Held the shirt very taut, pulled quickly, and I still had a little bit of spacing on a few of the letters. So I wasn't going to just give up on this. I took a very small paintbrush and just went back in on those little pieces that were really sparse with the paint. Because I was determined to wear my shirt. Now, once you're done with the process, you can allow your shirt to air dry for about 2 to 3 days, which I did with the first shirt, or you can heat set it. Just consult your heat press when it comes to water-based ink settings. I like the heat set, allowed it to be a lot softer. Well, mistakes and haul. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I hope you learned a few things, and we can't wait to see you on the next video of Crafting with Shaneda. Happy crafting!